Alright, John Oaks here with Hagster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And today we're going to go over this very nice vehicle sitting beside me. It's a 1967 Chevrolet Camaro. Now it does have a few SS styling cues to it, but just a regular 67 Camaro nonetheless, with just those few things on it, which we'll go over as we go around the vehicle. Starting here front, working our way around the car here. You can see ours is done in this nice burgundy exterior color here with the silver stripes on the hood and back on the rear trunk lid and spoiler. The paint is really nice on this car, nice, smooth, and shiny the whole way around. All of the bright work, your bumpers, all of your wheel well trim and so forth, all of that's in really good shape. As we walk around, I'll point that out. So as I was just saying, wheel well trim here. You got the wheel well moldings front and rear all the way around. You can see the wheels and tires. Those have been changed and updated on this car. They are 17x9 American Racing Torque Thrust 2 polished aluminum wheels. On those for tires, Sumitomo tires, 215/50 17s on the front and 245/45 17s on the rear of this car, just to give it a little bit of rake there front to back. Now you can see we do have the Camaro emblems on the fender, as well as the SS emblems all the way on the front of the fender. And then we get back here to our door. Now you can see the gaps at the front of the door as well as back here at the rear of the door. Pretty uniform on the driver's side. We have the driver's side chrome mirror here also. Chrome is in good shape. The glass, same thing, in great shape. Of course, on your 67s, you've got your vent window or your wing window here on the front. Of course, the rest of the glass here, and then your quarter window. Glass is in good shape. There's no chips or cracks on any of that. All of your trim around all of your windows here is in really good shape too. Now the drip rail molding, you can see here they've actually gone and done away with it. You've got your rain gutter here. They've actually done a little bit of body work here and smoothed that up. You do see, you know, that it is raised there still, but yet gives it a nice clean look there, and you can see the metal is in really good shape the whole way around that window. Now as far as your door handles, again, that's bright work and it's in pretty good shape. We'll go ahead inside the car now. Take a quick peek inside here now. Now inside you're going to notice it's got black interior. Does have the deluxe front seat covers there with the white inlays on it. Got front and rear seat belts. Factory dash is painted same color as the exterior of the car, and you can see the door panels too. They are painted to match the car, and then they do have a somewhat of a custom door panel here. Nice flat door panel, a little bit of trim at the top there, and again those are in really good shape there too. As far as your carpeting, black headliner, black dash pad, factory dash. It's got factory instrumentation. It does have mounted below though, just basically above your right knee. You've got a set of 3 gauges there. It's going to have your voltmeter, oil pressure, and water temperature. We'll close that up, finish talking about the interior. It does have the factory heater controls. It is radio delete as well. Now as you can see, that door shut real nice and easy. All of your elevations are good too. Body lines all match up. We come back here now to the rear of the car. Quarter panels are nice and straight. Again, we get back here now to the tail section of the car. So as you can see, those silver stripes continue to the trunk lid and up over top of the rear trunk spoiler. You can see our glass here. Glass is in good shape. No chips or cracks in that. Again, your bright work, the window moldings around the car here, those are all in good shape too. Your gaps and elevations on your trunk lid, again, those all look good. Again, elevations with your rear quarter panels, pretty good on this car too. As far as what you see back here for your taillights, your lenses and your bezels, the bright work around them, those are all in good shape. You've got your SS gas cap and the chrome rear bumper there too. Now we will go ahead and open our trunk lid up. Show you inside here to see how those trunk floors look. So of course, trunk lid works, the lock works, the hinges and the spring all functioning as they should. Underside of the trunk lid, still that same nice shiny burgundy exterior paint that you see there. Your weather stripping and seals around here, those look to be fairly new and in great shape. They're nice and soft the whole way around. They meet right together here in the center, so again, this is going to seal up nicely from the elements. When you look inside the trunk here, again, the trunk is in good shape, nice and solid. You got your regular trunk pan in there. You can see all of your stamping lines in there as well. Painted up the correct trunk spatter paint there too. So that is the inside of your trunk. Nothing too flashy inside though, no spare tires or anything like that. So there we go. So we'll come around to the passenger side now, and we're going to just take notice of all our panels. Nice straight panels, sail panels in good shape too here. Again, the roof paint and all of the lines here all look really good on the passenger side and on the roof as well. Again, your glass here, your quarter window, your passenger side window, and your vent window. Again, glass is all in good shape. All of your trim around the windows, again, same thing. Those are all in great shape. Door handles on the passenger side, again, no real things to complain about there. Nice and shiny. And again, this car has not only the wheel well trim, but it's also got that lower rocker molding trim too. That's nice and straight and polished up really well the whole way around the car. We'll go inside on the passenger side here. Again, seat covers, the seat upholstery are all in pretty good shape. The carpeting, no rips or fading that I can see of. Again, you've got that dash painted up the same color as the exterior of the car. The B&M floor shifter in there, and that wood grain steering wheel with the SS horn button in the center, all of which look very nice. Again, weather stripping on both sides of here, on your windows here, and your seals for the quarter windows. All of that is in good shape on this car. Again, passenger side door shuts very easy. As we come to the front, it is void of any antennas, so you don't have any additional holes in your fender. All the same Camaro and SS badging there on that front fender. As we come around the front now, this is your typical 67 front grille here and headlight assembly. So again, your headlights are going to be glass lenses, sealed beams. No chips or cracks in those. Your marker lights or your parking lights here, those are all in good shape. The lenses, no cracks or chips in any of those. The grille itself, all blacked out, looks real good. No pieces broke out of it. It's good and solid. Got your SS badging in the center. Nice chrome front bumper. And then down below, you've got that front air dam to complete the look. Now you can see, as far as the hood goes, gaps and elevations on the hood are really good. It is just a stock steel flat hood though, but again, the paint looks really good on this car. Windshield, that's in great shape too. Again, no chips or cracks there. And again, your molding around that window is in good condition as well. Let's go ahead and open up our hood, and that way we can talk about our motor and drive line. So first thing you'll notice, the underside of the hood painted the same as the exterior of the car, and it's got the hood insulation packed in there, so it's going to keep the heat under the hood and not let it dissipate and make things too uncomfortable for you. As far as the interior here is of the hood compartment, the engine compartment, it's all been blacked out, as you can see, which is correct for one of these cars. You do have the Edelbrock air cleaner. You've got the valve covers there that are the finned aluminum valve covers with breathers. You got an aluminum Edelbrock torquer intake on there as well. You also have, just checking here, looks like the that is the Borla 4-barrel carburetor that's on there as well. Do have an aftermarket HEI distributor there. Looks like kind of like an Excel super coil on top. Does have upgraded wires on it from MSD. They're the MSD Street Fire wires also. Now the motor itself, this is a crate motor. It's not an original numbers matching motor, but it is a 350 cubic inch crate motor. Probably like a Goodwrench or Target Master crate motor. It is the Echo and Mexico block. So again, you know it's going to be a good motor whenever you got the crate motor in there. You do have an aluminum water pump up front there. You've got power steering in this car, power brakes. Now they are 4-wheel drum brakes. You do have a nice aftermarket aluminum radiator there, along with a electric fan. The electric fan's nice. They're a lot more efficient. It takes the weight of a fan blade off the front of the motor and gives you just that little bit less rotating mass that you have to turn with the motor. Does have long tube headers on it. These headers go all the way back to a set of dual Borla mufflers, and of course the tailpipes that exit out as they should between the leaf spring and the quarter panel. As far as anything else goes with the motor, I think we've hit everything there. As far as the transmission, this is a turbo 400 transmission, so good stout transmission for this car. You should not have any problems at all with that. And as far as the rear end, it's a GM 10-bolt rear, 323 gear ratio in that, so that'll get you down the road pretty good. And it's a good gear too. You're not going to take it out cruising and overtack the motor at all. Just a nice all-around gear for you, and you'll have a little bit of performance there out of it too if you need it. So that's the drive line. We've been around the outside of the car now, and you've seen the whole way around it, seen the interior. So next what we'll do is go ahead and get it on our lift. We'll get this up in the air, show you the underside, and then we'll finally fire the motor up for you, let you hear what that crate motor sounds like. Alright, so we are underneath our 67 Camaro here. We're going to go through it just as we always do with all of our vehicles, starting front to back, going over suspension, steering, brakes, frame, floors, wheels, tires, all of that stuff, and driveline. So starting at the front on this car, we'll go over the steering and suspension first. So as far as the suspension goes, pretty much your stock suspension here, your stamp upper and lower control arms with ball joints, those are all in good shape. Springs and shocks, again, those are just typical springs and shocks that you would find on the car. Those are all in great shape too. As far as the rest of the suspension, we do have a front sway bar on this, as well as a rear one too, but we'll get to that here in a minute. The sway bar up front looks really good here. The bushings at the frame are all very nice. The sway bar end link bushings, those two are in great shape. Steering, it is a power steering car, so all of your tie rods nice and straight. Ball joints are all in good condition at all four ends of those tie rods, and all the little rubber dust boot covers are there too, so it's going to keep your grease in, dirt and debris out. As far as braking, it is a power brake car also. Four-wheel drum brakes on this car, front, rear, but again, brakes do stop very well for this particular vehicle. That is your steering, suspension, braking up front. Front cross member, it's in good shape, nice and straight here. We'll go over our drive line as we see it right here now, since we're underneath it. So we've got this is a GM crate motor, 350 cubic inch motor. It is the Echo and Mexico block. So again, you can tell that is it's either the GM or sometimes they'll call it like the Target Master crate motor. Behind that, we've got a turbo 400 automatic transmission. You can see the B&M fin valve body cover here. That's in actually good shape, nice and straight here. As far as the oil pan on the motor and the trans pan, everything looks very nice and dry. No leaks, no drips that I can see underneath here. We do have the flywheel cover here too, so that's going to keep dirt and debris away from that, causing it to possibly fail somewhere down the road. So again, that's not going to happen with the cover. As far as the transmission now, we've got the tranny mount here, the cross member, as well as the mount underneath the tail shaft. All of that is in great shape. The drive shaft, it is a balanced unit. And then as you come back to the rear end here, this is a GM 10-bolt rear. It's a 323 gear inside. And you can see it does have the rear sway bar back here also. Again, the mounts for that and the bushings are in great shape. The end links, again, same thing. Those are in good shape as well. Suspension back here, we've got the multi-leaf rear suspension. Just a typical set of gas shocks back here as well. Now, as far as wheels and tires on this car, 17-inch American Racing torque thrust tube polished aluminum wheels. The tires on these, all four are Sumitomo tires. Up front we've got two 1550 R17s, and on the back two 4545 R17s back here. As far as your fuel tank back here, it's your stock tank. It's in decent shape. Mounting hardware, straps and hardware, all that stuff, that is all in good condition too. Now the exhaust, you can see we've got long tube headers up here at the motor going into our dual exhaust here all the way back to a set of dual Borla mufflers. That should give it a nice throaty sound. And then we've got the tailpipes here that go up over top of that rear end housing, and then they exit out between your leaf spring and your quarter panel here on both sides. As far as the frame and the floors on this car, really good shape here. Again, you've got your subframe here, your front subframe, nice and straight on both sides. You can see not banged up at all. You've got your body mount bushings. Those look to be in good shape too. They're not dry rotted or split or cracked or anything there. The floors on this car look great too. Again, you can tell all the correct metal here, all the stamping lines are all in those. I don't see any patching underneath here as far as the floors go. Your pinch welds are straight down both sides. Rockers are in good shape also. Fuel and brake lines are run along the sides here right next to the pinch welds, and then of course it does have the emergency brake here all hooked up. So front cables, intermediates, correct frame J hook here, then of course you've got your rear cables here going back to your rear drum brakes. That is pretty much everything underneath our 67 Camaro. So what we'll do next is go ahead and lower this down off of the lift, go underneath the hood, and we'll fire up that motor and let you hear what that crate motor sounds like.